Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I'm starting looking a bit like a mess my Berserk reading vlog. This would be the first one where I think I would do one vlog slash review slash reaction. I don't actually know how these will turn out for every deluxe volume, and I'm very excited. I got these deluxe editions from my best friend and they look stunning. I still haven't opened it from the plastic, so I'm gonna do that now with you guys, and it's gonna be a fun time. I am, as I said, just gonna read through them. It's gonna be spoilers, talking about what's happening. It's gonna be a ride. I also know these are quite dark, like they have really, I was gonna say, intense and shitty things happening in them, but I don't know what yet because obviously I haven't read it yet, but I am nonetheless very excited. And yes, let's do this and open it from the plastic. I don't even have scissors, so I'm doing it like this and it's not going well. Okay, I did it now. This is almost scary because they're so big and expensive, but beautiful. Very beautiful. Okay. We have done it now. Why is it like... Here it is. All its glory. Love the look. So yay. What to do with this though? I kind of don't want to lose it, so I should just put it inside, right? Because I moved you over so you can see what's happening. Don't know how helpful this is. It's really cute. It's really pretty. Loving the look. Loving the size. Loving everything. So always has the 3 first volumes. Oh! Did you guys see the first image? I'm so sorry for anyone who did not want to see that if you saw. I did not expect that either. That was a sex scene. Okay. We are just starting right off the bat. I almost feel like I should have the camera on the whole time I'm reading it, but like, that would be a really long video. Did not expect that. Okay, so that's how it's gonna go. I get it. Okay, do I know the plot? Do I know anything about this? No. I'm just looking at the first scene right now. Yeah. I'm gonna go and eat dinner because I just want to start this clip, and then I'm gonna eat dinner and I'll continue this and you will see me very soon. Okay. Oh my god, the light is so bad, but it's fine. So I finished, I think, the first chapter. I don't actually know manga. Okay, it's fine. And it starts out with the Black Swordsman having sex, as I showed you by accident earlier. Turns out that was a monster, so he killed her. Then he goes to the city and kills some other people, and he saves this little like fairy thing called Puck, who is naked. Why are you laughing? And it just flies around with his butt out, so that's nice. And then he gets captured and is like tortured in prison. And let me say, he's hot. He's hot, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I am really liking the look of the Black Swordsman, which he later says to Puck that his name is Guts. So his name is literally like stomach. Okay, whatever. And then we find out about this ruler dude that he's after, that is eating people, and then he turned into a big snake dude and tried to kill him, but Guts did kick his ass. And then he has this brand that they said was one of the god hands, and it seems to be like 5 god hands. I don't know what that is, but assume that's why Guts is so good at fighting. He also has this like arm that turns into a crossbow and a sword that is literally bigger than his body. Like literally. And he doesn't like people to touch him. If people touch him, he gets very sensitive. So that's assume some trauma from the past. There is some beheadings, dead bodies, a naked little fairy. That's what we got so far. I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I am enjoying it. It's a bit like, you know, it's brutal, but it's a bit like kind of humoristic to it as well. I don't know how I'm gonna like separate this, but like that was the first part. So now like it says the brand. So it seems like we're going into a new part. So yeah, I'm gonna read that and then I will update you when I done that. I have no idea what to expect. I kind of just want to see Guts kill people. So yay. Okay, so I read the next part. So the next part is called The Guardians of Desire Part 1. So that's the one I'm gonna start on. But basically what happened now is that we leave the city we were in and he's on the road, and then we meet this priest in this carriage. There's also this really sweet girl there, and I was like, oh, are they gonna bang? They didn't bang, but he's like being haunted by demons. Guts is, because of the mark. He says that's why he's being haunted. by demons. And they will always follow him because of this. And I'm like, why? Why? We also got like this nightmare scenario because one of the demons that was hunting them like was an octopus thing and it went inside his head. And then in the nightmare scenario, he was naked. And we didn't get to see his penis, so very disappointed. Sorry, I'm gonna stop being horny. Either way, we kind of got to see like some of his inner fears at least. And he also keeps talking about how he doesn't like small and tiny and weak things because then he kind of want to just kill it. And he says he doesn't care about other people, what happens to other people. But then the carriage they were in gets attacked by like dead skeletons. And then the girl dies. And then she also gets resurrected and tries to kill him. And then he hesitates, not wanting to kill her. And I'm like, it shows that he cares. He just don't want to admit it, I think. But yeah, that's basically what's happening. We getting to learn more about the brand and stuff. And now it seems like someone is being, what's it called, executed for being a heretic right now. And that's like what the next part will be about. So yeah, but overall just loving Guts. He seems like he has gone through a lot and I want to give him a hug. Even though he will probably kill me because I'm a small fry, but that's fine. Looking so good. I feel like I literally just vlogged. It went really fast. So we are now done with volume 1. We're going into volume 2, as you can see. So this chapter was basically just Guts fighting a bunch of soldiers and then the captain who kind of smashed the face for, but he survived. They're hunting him. He meets this little dude that doesn't have a name, but he has a really scarred face. And he shows him something in this secret room called a Behali. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know what it is yet. And that's how it ends. And now we are in volume 2, like the official volume 2 because it collects 1, 1 to 3. And we are going to the Guardians of Desire chapter 2 because that was the first chapter. Now it's the second chapter. It's like several chapters in the chapter. Either way, Guts is really hot. I really like him. I'm gonna stop being thirsty for him, but I probably won't. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Okay, so it's been a minute. I read the next chapter. So we're going into the Guardians of Desire chapter 3 after this. But yeah, basically what happened is that the name of the little dude with a scar on his face his name was Vargas. He used to be the castle physician. And then the count started to just like take people in the dungeon and torture them. So that was really nice. A lot of torture and nice stuff in this, clearly. We also found out that the Behales, or whatever we pronounce that, is like a thing that opens a portal to another world. So we're looking at my notes that is overlapping with theirs, then can summon demons and they manipulate the dark side or something. I'm sure we will get more information about this. I didn't really get it yet. And then the dude that got damaged in the last chapter showed up again, and he now had like a thingy thing inside of him. Thingy thing, like a, what you call a demon inside of him that made him fight really cool. It was not really human anymore. It was like a long fight where his arm just like went out of his body and it was really disgusting. And I fought for a while. So Puck is there when the whole time, and then he's like realizing that Gus is just not swinging his sword around. He like is a master swordsman, and I kind of enjoyed like the moment when he realized that. But yeah, then they escape, they defeat a dude and then escape. But where Gus is captured and sent for execution, and then Puck really wants Guts to save him, but Gus is like, no, I don't care. So he lets him die. And then afterwards goes kind of to his body and is like, I'm sorry you failed your vengeance, because he wanted vengeance on account. I'm sorry you failed, but I won't fail like you did. This is like the version that I don't want to become, kind of. And I was like, dude, this is harsh of you. Puck also like comments a lot that he's really harsh and like kind of mean. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, but Puck can kind of feel the emotions of those around him. Guts' emotions are really dark and sad. But yeah, let's go into the next one. Let's see if Guts manages to kill the counts. And we shall see. Okay, so I finished now volume 2, technically. And it was an intense fight. They actually stopped on a cliffhanger, so there was that. So apparently, Puck got captured the last volume, and I didn't really get that. I thought he escaped, but he didn't apparently. Hi, Ginny. So he's in a cage, and he's given to the Count's daughter, whose name is Theresia, and she's been captured in her room, not captured, locked in her room for like 7 years since her mom died, because her mom was kidnapped and killed by these heretics that follow this certain religion thing. And then they said that if they were not allowed to, they would kill her. And then her father didn't care and then like let her die. But then since then he changed a lot, and it seems like he's been like possessed by demon kind of thing. So I assume he was a better father before. So Guts actually didn't defeat Dark earlier. I just said so because I misunderstood, but he fights him and then defeats him. And now he's finding the Count. It's not going that well. The cliffhanger thing ended kind of with him hanging in mid-air, and it's not going that well. I have a theory that Theresia will come in because her room fell down. So she could could escape, and she will come in and I maybe die by accident, and then the count will get his shit together, or maybe it will be happening ending, but I don't see that happening with this kind of story. I just assume the count and Theresia will die, because earlier when they were in the carriage thing, I assume maybe that other sweet girl would follow him and be like, he has to protect her, but he doesn't want to. I assume that would happen. But at this point, I just assume every character we meet will die except Puck. He also fought 50 troops on his own and is getting his ass kicked. Literally, I just expect everyone to die at this point now. But I hope we have like more character traveling with him. There's also a lot of talk about like how his mark is like, why would you do that with yourself? And demons and stuff. So yeah, we shall see. He reminds me a tiny bit of Geralt from The Witcher, which I love. So, loving the vibes. A lot of that, loving the art. Yay! Literally been 4 minutes, so Guardians of the Desire 4 was really short. So basically, he's still fighting the Count dude, and then Theresia runs her in, of course, while actually Puck believes Guts is dead. And then he takes her kind of as hostage, so like, the Count does hesitate, and then he kind of chops his head off and stabs it a billion times in front of Theresia. And Puck is like, can you calm down? And then right before he's gonna die, the Count uses the bell height thing, and now they're in a different dimension. And then we meet these guys here. I don't know who they are, but it seems to be the God Hands they were talking about earlier. We shall see. Reading the next one now. Okay, finished Guardians of the Desire 5. It was a bit crazy. So we went into the dimension, which apparently there is the people of God Hand. Our main character is not part of God Hand. I don't know why I thought that, but either way, it's okay to misunderstand things. And apparently the people he killed in like all the way in the first chapter part, whatever you're calling it, was people who like, what's it called? Believe in Godhead and worship them. So all the Puck, Guts, the Count and Theresia are in the other dimension. And then we get some plot twists, because it turns out that Theresia's mother was not taken by heretics. She was just at home while like the Count was out, and then he came home and they were having an orgy with like this demon thing. And then he got like so sad and he killed everyone in the room, but he couldn't kill Theresia's mom. And then like through all his emotions, he summoned the God Hand. And then it was like, if you sacrifice your wife, you can be turned into like not human like being, like the thing he was, and not feel sorrow or despair. And he did that, and she was sacrificed. And now he's about to sacrifice Theresia as well to like, I guess, survive, since his like head is lying on the ground rotting right now. That was going well, and Theresia was like, shit, and there was loads of boobs and butts, so that was the thing. And now Guts said to Puck like, hurry up, do it now. I assume do something. I don't actually not sure what. Maybe use the thing to go back. I'm not sure, but I will find out. So yeah, I love the like plot twist part. Like having a story and then like having it told again, and yeah, I love that. So really liking the vibes. Let's go. Okay, so I finished Guardians of the Desire 6. I think that was the last one of the Guardians of the Desire arc, so we're going into a new one now. So what happened was that first we started actually with a little flashback with baby Guts looking adorable, and then there's like this blonde person there, don't have a name yet. And when we go back in present time, one of the God Hands is that blonde person. And I was like, oh, because I was like, they look a lot alike. And then I went back to check and it was them. So that is interesting. What haven't happened there, we will find out. But yeah, the Count decided to not sacrifice his daughter. And he goes into this hell pool thing and is dragged down. Guts almost with them, but then he gets out. And it was very dramatic, and I thought it was a bit sweet of the Count to not decide to sacrifice his daughter. Then they're back in our world. Theresia is like, oh my god, I want to die after everything that happened. You know, very traumatizing for her, sweet little girl. Guess it's like, okay, if you want to kill yourself, kill yourself, which is quite bad. And then Puck gets mad at him, but yeah. But then she almost falls down and dies, but then he saves her and she has to hold herself on Guts' sword, and it was very bloody, and then she survives, and then they leave, and she's like, I'm gonna kill you one day, I swear. So I wonder, since, you know, it's quite a few volume, if she will actually come back for revenge a few years later. Who knows? Now we're starting a new arc, but yeah, I like this arc. It was intense, bloody, interesting. Really liking the, you know, the, what's it called, dynamic between Puck and Guts, but I guess that's the whole point. Let's continue the last part. Okay, so I finished. So time for the last clip in this video. I feel like this video was really weird, but it's fine. As a person who didn't know anything about Berserk, like I heard about it, of course. I didn't know anything about the plot or like anything about the story. I must say that I am loving it. It is so good and so much fun. And I love Guts so much. Oh my god. It's like a really typical thing I would love as well. Just loving the art, loving the style. And the last chapter or part in mine is the Golden Age part 1. And it seemed to be people's favorite arc. Like, I don't know, like it seemed to be, I googled a bit and it seemed to be like the what's have the most adaptations, etc. Reading just one part, sorry, I'm gonna try to stop swinging. It was just, oh my god. So it follows Baby Guts. I'm calling him Baby Guts. Basically, he was found and people thought he was dead, like in a swamp, I think, with his mother. People thought he was like stillborn, but he wasn't, he was alive. And it was like, oh my god, he's gonna bring bad luck. 3 years later, his mom died of the plague. 3 years later, again, we see him training with a sword already, just like as a 6-year-old, having like a sword that is already bigger than himself. 2 years later, again, we see him fighting his first battle. And then the chapter ended with like him being attacked by this big dude. And hopefully he's not going to do anything too bad to him, or maybe he's going to kill him, who knows. But if the whole Golden Age arc is like, you know, him being like, we see him, his origin, cannot deal with it, cannot deal. I was going to say earlier, like when I was like still reading it, like hopefully we will get more flashback to see like how we ended up as he is, and we are, and I'm so happy. And now I want to read more, but like, then I need to film a lot of vlog, but I'm not going to do that now. Loving Baby Guts, loving seeing him also in the future, just all his resilience and just how harsh view he has of the world, wondering how that would change going forward and seeing how he came to that view. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying it, very happy. So if you watched any of my other videos, I have already gotten all the rest of the volumes of the deluxe editions that are out. So obviously more videos will be coming, I just don't know when, whenever it fits in my schedule, etc. But yeah, it was really good, and Erica said earlier that people call it a masterpiece. I can definitely see why. Yeah, I'm just very happy. Obviously, I'm also really sad that the author died and wondering how the ending is, if there is even a ending. I don't know, but that's fine. I'm just enjoying the ride. But yeah, that was it for this video. All filmed in this one place because I just read the whole thing. The next videos might be like this or not, depending on what I feel. Tell me down below what you thought. Leave a sword emoji down below if you enjoyed this, obviously. And you will see me soon in a new one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!